Hey everybody, and welcome to another astrology monthly snapshot for the lunar cycle beginning at this awesome new moon in Virgo, September 17th. So first up, this is a pivotal year for humanity. It's huge. We are going through a total restructuring of the power structures, the governance, the way that we have been holding society together. The structures that have held society together are absolutely going through a total shift. And this is, in astrology, this is being activated by the Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter conjunction that's been playing out all year, triggered at the beginning of this year. And it's, supporting us to go through a deep change so that the structures that hold society together can evolve so that they can reflect who we really are becoming as a species. Now, I'm not saying it's all going to be good. We're going to have this mass ascension and everyone's going to be happy, but for sure this is happening. And just look to where this is playing out in your own reality is my advice at these times. What dynamics are changing in your life where you've given too much power to authority, where you've been playing small, playing less than? This lunar month is a month with Mars in Aries going retrograde, and a lot of Mars action in this lunar month. This is a month for you to really initiate something quite revolutionary within yourself. Now, the new moon that's coming up in Virgo is the initial activation point of this lunar month. And this lunation, this new moon, is so powerful. It's so potent. It is a moment to truly engage, make a commitment, engage in something that you know is going to benefit you with your true soul alignment. Don't miss this one. If you're not one for doing ritual, which is purely just an act, ritual is just an act that has a goal, an outcome bigger than the act itself. So if you are someone that's not into ritual, at least stop and think about and reflect on things that you know you can do more of, or you can commit to. What is something you want to make a vow to? This is the new moon to do it. It could be that you want to stop drinking coffee. Go for it. This is the moment, but act on it on this day, on the 17th of September. Act on it. Okay, so Virgo, new moon of Virgo, it's also about purification. It's about discipline. It's also about the sacred. Virgo is the priest, priestess archetype in the field. So this is a moment to really go, what will purify your body, your mind, your life? Where can you really make some commitments to yourself to live a more aligned life? This is so potent, and I really recommend people get involved in at least reflecting on it. And if you're not one to really engage, you'll maybe find some ways forward will present at this new moon. And then we move into, I'll talk about the Mars squaring Saturn. So right now, Jupiter is going direct, which is such a relief because this, as I shared earlier, these planets are responsible for this massive, transformative time we're living through. So Jupiter going direct in Capricorn, it could start opening up some positivity, some faith, some, wisdom as to where this is all going. It really could. The only reason why I would be like a little bit hesitant about that is because Mars is going retrograde in the sign of Aries, and he is squaring this configuration. So it's as though Mars is saying, look, you're not done yet. We want to make sure this revolution really, really happens on Earth. So watch for that. I think that's between the 28th of September and the 1st of October is Mars, particularly squaring Saturn, which I feel like that's the real pinnacle of this cycle. So Mars will go back retrograde, and then he will come back over this point again. So we're not done, guys. Even though this lunar cycle, this lunar month, we will have Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn turning direct. Mars is still going, no, you've got to have this revolution. And as I always suggest, and this is why I have the Lunar Project, this came from a desire to work consciously with these cycles and not just be at the mercy or just sitting back and watching it. I actually wrote in the monthly snapshot 2020, you know, this year will end, and you can either be like on the roller coaster with your hands in the air, or you can be the one that at the end of it's like vomiting, you know, which has been me a few times. And but you know, I'm starting to go, no, I'm putting my hands in the air and I'm just going to go for this experience and really work with the energy. And this is such a complex month, lunar month, astrologically, so it's a lot. There's no way I could cover it all. It's not even worth it. Just know that the energies are big. We're being asked to evolve, to have a revolution. This could manifest as some pretty full-on things in the collective. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people going, enough is enough this lunar month in the field. I know many countries are struggling still with coronavirus. I've said this before, and I feel, you know, many other great astrologers will also agree. We're not done with this pandemic, and I believe that this pandemic is showing us what needs to change with regard to the way we govern and structure our societies. So again, I will say, work with the energy at a personal level. Mars in Aries is my initiating personal individual rights, you know, like, don't get angry though. Know that it's a heated time. Don't act ridiculously, you know, from an inflammatory place. Don't react, try to respond, but work consciously with the energy. Where have you given your power away? Where do you need to reclaim something, some sovereignty here? Where do you need to fact check and think about the information that's coming into your world? So then we move in and the cycle ends, well, it goes into the full moon in Aries. So again, more Aries, more fire, more initiating potential in this month. Lots of fire, lots of change, lots of complex dynamics going on. You know, harness the energy. Don't just watch it. Don't get pulled into it. Work consciously with it. See how these bigger dynamics interact with you on a personal level. This new moon in Virgo could be a great opportunity for you to engage in a daily practice. In a daily routine. Virgo is about routine and discipline and, you know, bringing harmony back into our lives. Connect with something sacred, whatever that is for you. It doesn't have to be spiritual. Maybe you go and study philosophy. Maybe you reflect on politics and just take some time out to, you know, be engaged. We are moving into Aquarian times next year, and this is about the individual's place in the collective, not just the, you know, waiting for Papa Bear to look after us anymore. It's being self-governing. It's being a co-creator of this world, this reality. No more sitting back. You know, Aquarius is about the fair distribution of wealth, knowledge, power. I'm not saying it's going to go really well, but we're definitely going to look at that in the coming years. What is that? What does it really look like to have fair distribution of these, you know, resources and power and knowledge, money? We already have it, access to it through the internet. Be wise with it, be disciplined with it. Really feel in truth has a frequency. You can feel it. We all can. And the more you come into listening to more of your subtle, intuitive nature, which everyone has inside access to, the more you're going to be able to distinguish truth from what is not true. It is so important right now. There is a war on truth. And can you hear truth in the world? Can you read an article on the internet and feel the truth in it? Can you watch somebody speaking on YouTube and feel the resonance? It's a frequency and it's living. So check it out, guys. Work with this new moon in Virgo. Feel the fire. Don't be scared. Give everyone some space this month because it's inflamed. It's like high energy. Don't go off the trigger. Like, don't don't react, try to respond, look after each other, enjoy, and, make some commitments to things that you know are going to benefit you. Those little things, it will work, it will get traction, because there's a beautiful exact trine to Saturn at the new moon in Virgo. Harness it, work with it. Okay, see you guys next month. Lots of love.